Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, we're still on the Fani-Kayode narrative, him possibly carpet crossing from the PDP to the APC, and that, by the way, is not to say that our attention has been diverted rather from the Sunday Igboho narrative and the excesses of the Fulani headsmen in Yoruba land. So that story is still ongoing, but as you know, there's always a multiplicity of narratives within the Nigerian space. Is such a hotbed of our political intrigues. So the latest political intrigue of the moment is now this Fani-Kayode romancing the APC. Malam Buhari takes a position, or at least a position has been taken on behalf of the Malami by people who pretend to know him best. As guys, I bring you this. Buhari won't accept Fani-Kayode into our party. Who is saying this? APC governors. So this is a headline now attributed to the APC governors, and of course this is the very heartland of politics, this particular matter, not so much the APC party or their governors, but this particular topic now that we're discussing now is the very delicate intricacies of the minutiae of politics. This is the very subtle weaving of the interlinks of selfish interest disguised as altruism. This is what is at play now, the readings of this APC governors taking a position, and I'm saying that's just off the back of the headline. We have not yet gotten into the body of the narrative, but just off the back of this headline, you can just work the presumptions that these APC governors now, they don't want somebody of the weight and status of Fani-Kayode coming into their party, because if Fani-Kayode comes into that party with his status and his weight and his public presence and his confidence and his articulation and all that is that he rather encompasses, all that Femi Fani-Kayode encompasses. So in effect, what I am saying is that Femi Fani-Kayode, like or loathe him, is a big beast, and if a big beast comes into that party, then room has to be made for him, and the room that has to be made for him is almost certainly, and is in fact definitely, going to impact on these governors. So this might well be self-interest disguised as altruism, as again, Buhari won't accept Fani-Kayode into our party, a headline attributed to APC governors. So now let's now see how this unfurls. The Director General of the Progressives Governors Forum, Dr. Salihu Lukman, has warned the All Progressive Congress APC not to admit former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode into the party. This comes after pictures of a meeting between the APC National Chairman, Governor Miamala Buni, Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello, and Fani-Kayode emerged. It had led to rumors that Fani-Kayode might be preparing to dump the People's Democratic Party PDP for the ruling party APC. Do we want to reduce our party into one in which everybody is welcome? Can we, for instance, in any way or form, contemplate having an Nnamdi Kanu or Abubakar Shekau as members? At this rate, Nigerians will just wake and see some of our leaders presenting Mr. Fani-Kayode to President Buhari as a new member of our party. Although we can confidently argue that President Buhari will not approve such deranged possibility, it is important to caution that such consideration will be stretching the trust of party members beyond acceptable limits. The statement reads, in part, Fani-Kayode had earlier claimed his meeting with the APC chieftains was to discuss national issues and party politics. The PDP chieftain also noted that Nigerians must set aside their differences because the country was heading towards a civil war. So this is now what's his name, Fani-Kayode now in the throes of it again. But it's just different strands, really. Look at the parallels that is drawing. Abubakar Shekau and Nnamdi Kanu is what this guy is trying to lump together, and I'm not quite sure how that will sit with our IPOB friends, but that is the one thing. But this now a new name, Dr. Saliu Lukman, is not a name that I am especially familiar with. But then, of course, he's now opening the salvo now to say, do we want to reduce our party into one in which everyone is welcome? Well, it's always been the case. Even the former chairperson of the party then, the little man from Edo State, Adams Oshomole, he said famously that come to APC and all sins are forgiven. So that was the words of the national chairman of the party. So now those words now still holds sacrosanct, because of course we've not yet heard pronouncements to the contrary. So that remains then the what's that legal term? The precedence now that the party is pinned upon, and we have seen several miscreants and ne'er-do-wells going to that party, and they are whitewashed and celebrated. So the whitewashing now, or does it even need whitewashing? And if it does need whitewashing, even is APC the place to whitewash, because it's as filthy as mud there. But certainly everybody's welcome has always been the position of the APC. But then, of course, this guy now, you will note from my intro that I suggested that some of these comments, and especially this comment and the commentary of this narrative, is more likely self-interest than altruism. So now this guy is saying that the leader of their party and the purported president of Nigeria, Malam Buhari, would not approve of Fani-Kayode coming into the party. But look at the people that are toasting Fani-Kayode at the moment. Look at the people that are sending romantic words in his direction and courting him and romancing him. We're talking about the national chairman of the party, and we're talking about the golden boy of the party, Yaya Bello. So now Mia Malabuni would not even leave his bedroom without first phoning Malam Buhari that is it time to get out of bed. So there's absolutely no possibility, without any equivocation on God's own earth, that the chairman of the party, a fellow Fulani man who Buhari handpicked to Fulanize the party, handpicked him to replace Adams Oshomole and empty out Tinubu's influence and Fulanize the party. Somebody like Mia Manabuni, whose only purpose in life is loyalty to Buhari, he would not meet somebody that has poured so much abuse and rained so much negativity on the Buhari name, especially including cursing his wives and making also outrageous comments about Buhari. Mia Malabuni would not meet what is his name, Fani-Kayode, never mind then allowing those photographs to be taken, and then obviously, because once those photographs are taken in this day and age, once photographs are taken of a high profile person in this day and age, then they know immediately within seconds of those photographs being taken, they are going to circulate all over the world. So Biamala Buni, he would never facilitate for that unless, of course, Buhari consents to it. Yaya Bello, equally, same thing, same set of words that I just used for Mia Malabuni, transpose them and transmute them to Yaya Bello, exactly the same thing. He doesn't even draw breath without asking for Buhari's permission. So those two elements could not have met with Fani-Kayode without Buhari knowing about it. There's absolutely no possibility of that ever being a possibility. So this guy is just talking out of pretty much his own interest and how Fani-Kayode might present a threat to whatever it is that he feels Fani-Kayode will threaten against his own personal interest, that is, if Fani-Kayode comes to that party. But of course, Malam Buhari is already aware of this, and he was aware prior to the meeting for reasons that I've already just now elucidated, which stands to reason and logic. So now, this is the intricacies and the delicacies of politics and self-interest, and the convergence and the marrying of them and the weaving of them. But the plot thickens and the intrigue ever continues to gain momentum within the Nigerian space, as now the possibility of now what is his name, Fani-Kayode, now appearing in Aso Rock with Malam Buhari raising his hand with an APC flag is now suddenly looking more like a reality than a fantasy. Come share thought about all this with me in the comment section. But before you come into the comment section to engage, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, the party are starting to move against what is his name, Fani-Kayode, even before he has joined, because of course a big beast is about to come into the room. Come share thoughts about all this with me in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.